All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Tequila Transactions number 25. I'm here with my good friend, Janet Velarde, the one and only. So what I'm going to do first, if it's okay with you, I'm going to share a little video. I'm going to pop this bottle because everyone wants to see what kind of tequila we got today. We got a special one. It's from Michoacan, and I'll tell you guys a little story about it. So yes, it doesn't always necessarily need to be, grown and distilled in Jalisco. It can also be from Michoacan. This one's from wait, no, I'm tripping. I'm over here saying Jalisco. From Sahuayo. Thank you. Sahuayo, Michoacan. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But so let me go ahead and stop this share. We're going to put up a little promo video, kick it off, and then I'll pass the mic over to Janice so she can tell you guys a little bit about herself and why she got into real estate. So let me go ahead and share this guy here. Perfect. Thank you guys for tuning in. Pleasure to have you guys all here. Once again, I'm with the one and only Janet Velarde from Keller Williams. She's a good friend of mine. She's also part of NAHREP. So I got her here on the show because I want her to tell you guys about her story, and more than anything about her amazing restaurant that her and her family owns as well. And drink a little tequila and talk a little bit of real estate. So as you guys know, no seal, no deal. And guess what we got? We got one directly from Mexico. And we'll let you guys know that I'm monitoring the chat. So if you guys have questions along the way for Janet, for me, or anything about tequila, let us know. Go ahead and drop it in the chat here. Go ahead and share it to all your friends. Repost it for us. Please let the masses know we're out here drinking on a Thursday evening, talking about real estate. So Janet, I'm going to hand over the mic to you, let you introduce yourself a little bit and talk about you and your journey into real estate.
Sounds good. So my name is Janet Velarde with Keller Williams Realty in Walnut Creek, East Bay. And I've been in real estate for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years next month. And the reason that I got into real estate is, I ain't even gonna lie, at first it was about the money. But then once I got in the business, the money ain't what people think it is, right? And you gotta work your ass off, twice as hard to make the money. You don't close a deal, you don't get the money. So, once I was in it and I saw, actually after my first closed transaction, I realized how good it felt to give people keys, right? Especially first time home buyers, especially our Latinos, our people from our culture and stuff. So that kind of just changed the mentality and the game for me. So now, I'm in real estate because I want to help people like my mom, particularly, that was a single mom of 3 daughters, and she was able to, accomplish the American dream and buy her own house on her own and, support her daughters and, just wanted to help others, just the way someone helped my mother. So that's really my journey now. And I really focus on our Latino community when I do my marketing, because that's the type of people that I want to help. So here we are now, 3 years in. It's not easy, a lot of work, twice as much work than I guess 9 to 5.
Yes.
But it's worth it every step of the way. So I enjoy it.
Awesome. Yeah. That's a great story. I love to hear it. And I resonate the same way as well. I mean, it's, a lot of folks come here for the American dream and just work extremely hard. So we're in a great, position to help others achieve those same kind of dreams and stuff like that, which is awesome. I think your daughters are on here because they're under Darlene's.
Oh, yeah.
This is, hey mom, it's Lexi and Allie. Nancy's watching. Oh, my music. So your music makes me want to go to Arandas. Pues vete. No one's holding you back. All right. So what's cool about this bottle is I already got like a pre-served shot at the top. So if I time this right, I might be able to get it off and then actually pour it into a glass. If not, it kind of just starts flowing out. So let's see if we can. There we go. Actually, they got a little taponcito on here. That's kind of cool. Well, I'll let you get the honors.
Good. I mean, I don't usually drink on a Thursday, but I'll make an exception today.
You know, we're sipping, we're tequila tasting today, so it's not too bad. But so as you turn this over, so you guys see it fills up the little bottom portion here. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Well, actually, I do need to go crazy and fill it because you lose a little bit once you start turning it over. So as you guys see, it's starting to drain, right? So once you get that kind of perfect pour, I think you kind of just start to.
You forgot the top one.
No, but it won't fill if I do that, right?
Hmm.
That didn't make any sense. I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. So that's why I brought the shot glass. This is my handy dandy shot glass. I'll do a little one so we could try it. It smells delicious.
It does. It does.
Lorena, Nestor, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. We're actually going to try it on the show and let everybody know how good tequila from Michoacán is. So I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to shoot it or just taste it. I think I'm gonna first do like a little taste.
I'm gonna do a taste too, but
And
I
just
will
kinda-
have a taste.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this
I'm
ready.
lightweight.
We got the spritzers on deck, guys. All right,
Good.
salud.
Hello, thanks for having me
Of
on your
course.
show.
Ooh, that's really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Tastes like tequila.
For sure tastes like tequila. For sure tastes like tequila. It's super smooth at the end. It has a really good taste to it. Honestly, I don't think if I put this on there, if I'll get anything. That's the weirdest thing ever. I think you just get one pre-made shot.
Oh, maybe.
See? Valió madre.
Well,
So
handy dandy shot glass.
I know, right? That's the truth for sure. But yeah, it's straight from Mexico, guys, from Michoacán, from 𝘒𝘬𝘭𝘭𝘦𝘳. So technically, we've always said on the show, and I've kind of been lying to you guys this whole time. I've said that technically it has to be grown in the state of Jalisco. It has to be grown in the state of Jalisco and distilled in the state of Jalisco. But there are certain regions surrounding Jalisco that are incorporated into the region of Jalisco. So 𝘒𝘬𝘭 is one of those places that's kind of right near the border that's included in that region. So if it's grown there and distilled in that region, anything outside, you can't call it tequila. If it essentially, it's more of mezcal and other forms of mezcal that are distilled outside of that region. But this is one of them that actually qualifies. But my clients were like, oh, we know you love tequila. We see your show. And they're like, and then they said, oh, we know you love cristalinos, because I could tell them how much I love cristalinos. And then they brought me this one. So it has a cool little story behind it, but very unique bottle. I've never seen it before. And this is actually the first ever time I've had anything not from Jalisco. So I'm not gonna hate on it. It's actually pretty good.
It is good. It is good. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of tequila because I've had some bad experiences.
Okay. Well, see, that's why we're on the show
But
to talk about it. We're on the show to talk about it.
Right, the right show. It's a perfect show. But this one is, I will say, it's a really good and smooth tequila. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 tequilas that I can actually, sip or enjoy, if I drink it. And this, I think, is going to add to my list.
There you go. It's good, guys.
Yeah, it's good.
I agree. So why you're not a huge tequila drinker? Did you have the wrong tequila and then you're kind of like woke up like cursing the world kind of thing?
Basically.
Okay. That's how I am with vodka. So for me, it's like I wake up and I want to, strangle somebody, because for me it's like I get a really, really bad hangover to the point where like my head's throbbing. I think it's more so because of all the sugar.
Yeah.
And like I don't drink vodka straight. I'm not that kind of person. Only really alcohol I'll drink straight is like a really, really high end, really good tequila, or a really high end good like whiskey or something like that. That's really, really smooth. But people who drink vodka straight, you guys, I don't know how you guys do it, but
I'm one of those. Well, I wouldn't say straight all the time, right? But I personally prefer
flavored.
It could be flavored or regular.
Okay.
But I prefer vodka over tequila just because in my 20s, I was fine with either or really anything, right? But then I hit my 30s and I'm like, well, at least you have the energy to want to strangle someone when you're hungover. I can't even get out of bed. So no. I get the bad hangovers. But
no.
So I try to kind of limit myself now with my drinking, right? It's kind of hard when you're with your friends or you haven't seen your friends for a few weeks or months, and then you get together and drink and then you lose control, right? So
exactly.
I try my best, but it doesn't always work. especially when your friends are drinkers. For those of you guys watching and are drinkers, right? It's hard to say no. So
Darlene?
that's one of them. But that's my sister, but she's a drinker too. But yeah, so I do like tequila. I mean, I think now that I can kind of pace myself a little bit more, and I'm more, I'm a responsible adult now, right? I limit myself.
Educated
Right,
drinkers.
exactly. So I can drink it again, but there was a while where I didn't drink tequila at all, right? Because just smelling it. And I guess I kind of have to be in the mood to be able to drink tequila, because sometimes if someone near me is drinking tequila and I'm not in the mood, like just the smell is making me gag, right? So maybe it just depends the type of tequila too. So.
Yeah, I'm like, that's straight at me with vodka. It's like if you're drinking it, I'm like, oh hell no, because I don't know what it is more than maybe just the sugar, like this juice or whatever that I'm mixing it, but like I can't do it. I love wine. I have to be in the mood for wine. It has to be like a formal dinner, or I have to go wine tasting, or it has to be for me, it's like I like drinking wine when it's colder. Beer, of course, is great when it's super, super hot, but tequila is just my go-to. Like, I feel like I know how to handle myself with tequila. I don't go overboard. I usually drink it with sparkling water, put a little bit of water, because I want to taste my tequila. I don't want to dilute it, like have hella juice. Like people, the fun fact about Janet, she was a bartender. So yeah, like, people always like mix it with hella juice, or they do like tequila sunrises or this or that. And it's like, for me, like, I don't really like to dilute it too much. Like back in the day, as like growing up, like whatever's clever. Yeah. Like if it tastes good, I'm drinking it kind of thing. But as the older you become, you start to understand that there's levels to this.
Now,
you actually grow up to become a sophisticated drinker. So that goes into it. But yeah, that's funny that you would say that, because I'm like, oh, she probably likes tequila. And then when I asked you to be on the show, you're like, yeah, I'm down.
Well, I had to mentally prepare myself to drink tequila. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not that bad. But yeah, no, I do. Like I said, I think I'm over those few years that I didn't drink tequila at all. Because for those of you that know me, close friends in my family, like I didn't drink tequila for a few years for the same reason, right? I just got those bad hangovers where I was like, okay, never again. But then, I think just that break helped me kind of be like, okay, I think I can, go back to drinking tequila once in a while. And I think now, because I drink every time that we are drinking tequila in my house or my parties or whatever, we're making palomas, we're making cantaritos.
Yep.
Because I was a bartender.
Yep.
So, I think that's kind of how I slowly started drinking tequila again.
Right.
But like I said, then it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, shots, everyone, shots, right? So that's when it gets dangerous.
That's when the party comes out, for sure. Nancy's cracking me up. I wasn't laughing at you. I'm reading her comments. She goes, "Mom life, laugh out loud." And she's like, "Vámonos." Yeah, let's go. I thought you were baptizing your son there. What's up?
Let's go.
I thought there was a part. I thought your son was having a party. We were all going to go to Arandas. Like, what's going on? I'm trying to go to what is it called? Carnitas Chuy, or I forget what it is. She's gonna correct me right now. I know her. Nancy's like my biggest hater, but I love her though. She's cool.
A loving hater. She's a loving hater, right?
As soon as she found out that where I was from, she's just like,
is there some rivalry between your guys' towns?
I guess for her, I guess for Nancy, like I didn't know there was a rivalry here. Like she tried to just be like, give me the face, like, oh, you're from out there. You're from Tepa, or I'm like, no, I'm from Escala, but I live in Tepa. My family has a house in Tepa. She kind of gave me a look like, Arandas is better. I was like, oh shit. I don't know we were competing. I don't know we were competing out here. Oh, see, look, I told you, Carnitas Jaime, see?
Jaime.
I was thinking Chuy, Francisco Chuy, Yeah, I was when I first met her, we kind of hit it off. It was funny, but then every now and then she likes to remind me that
Arandas is better.
Yeah, she likes to remind me. She's gonna put it right on the chat. Arandas is better. If Arandas is better, no ha salido de Arandas. I think that's the problem, Nancy. Que no ha salido de Arandas, and you're so used to Arandas, you have to go see around. There's so much nicer places. I'm telling you.
We'll have to take a trip to Jalisco together and judge that out, right?
She's cracking me up. Jose, way no manches. Oh my God, we're here at your office drinking. Where you at?
I know. I thought she was gonna be here actually.
I assumed she was gonna be here as well, and then
I'm like, she'll be drinking behind the scenes.
She's probably on her couch getting getting drunk right now
Right,
with us.
drinking some wine. No.
No, she's a tequila drinker. Nah, I don't know. She's a tequila drinker, but I think she much more rather enjoys some wine or like a little spritzer, huh?
Well,
I'm hella cracking up right now.
well, I'm sure she understands that as moms, that mom life, it doesn't let us drink tequila all the time. So we can't do it on the weekdays.
Yeah, I just got to watch out for my dog. I don't have no kids. So until I get to that point, then I'll know what's up.
Right, exactly.
But right now, I just got nieces and nephews and a godson, and I can keep them as long as I want them, and then I can give them back. Yeah, so it's good. But you want another one, or are you good? I don't know. Do you still have some, or do you? I just made it. I made a little drink because I don't want to keep shooting it because I want to be able to enjoy it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the highlight of this show that we wanted to. No tequila for me, tú ya sabes. she's a wine drinker for sure. But no, for pretty much the whole show is I usually like to bring on something different, so we could try it and kind of like analyze it, give it a grade. Remember when I brought on Victor, me and Victor had like a taste test of like 30 different tequilas. Oh, and then we literally shut down my office and drank some mezcal that night too.
Oh,
so
how did you wake up the next day?
Oh, I was great.
Oh,
I was great because we were drinking water and I was chasing it with water. But if I was not, it would have been all bad. But yeah, we had a great time. We actually like literally had our own little party at my office. So I was like, we gotta hang out for a little bit. Animal. We gotta hang out for a little bit. But no, I mean, more than anything, just kind of we just wanted to talk tequila, bring something different, and then also let all the people know that watch the show, since I was trying to educate people on something around tequila, was that necessarily doesn't always have to be in Jalisco, right? So, and I just learned this not too long ago myself, and I was like, damn, I've been misleading people this whole time.
I didn't know. I was actually under the impression that tequila had to be actually from Tequila Jalisco, because I think someone must have told me that before, or I must have read it somewhere. But I was under the impression that in order for tequila to be considered tequila and be branded as tequila, it had to be from Tequila Jalisco. So I was surprised when you said it was from Michoacan. I was like, really? It's tequila?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
something new I learned today.
So something new that we wanted to teach everybody today. So which is cool. It's something that it's different that we didn't, obviously we didn't know ourselves. We didn't do the research. Sorry, guys. We thought we were told the right thing, but essentially I guess, let's just say that people from Jalisco are a little prideful. And so probably they didn't want to include like Michoacan and other places, but yeah, it just depends on the region. There's a certain defined region. I don't have the graphic now, or else I would show you guys, but it's literally, they have it like traced out on the map, what exactly is allowed to produce tequila. So it happened, I don't know how many years ago, but all the tequila makers came together and they decided that they were going to be the only people that were allowed to make tequila. So they actually trademarked the whole name, the process, everything. So everything essentially is protected as far as where it's grown, what kind of agave they use, and the whole process that allows it to be called tequila. So very similar to whiskey, very similar to like cognac in France, or champagne also in France, or what else can I think of? Scotch from Scotland, stuff like that. Every process is a little different. So they're able to actually trademark that process, actually have that that brand recognition. So super cool, super different. But I'm glad that we were able to taste it, because I was like, when I first got tequila from Michoacan, I got it. And then that's when I did the research. I was like, what the hell is this? So more than anything, just gave you guys another little lesson on tequila today. Actually, I should let this bottle breathe because it's a little warm. It was brought here all the way from Mexico, so it was actually a little bit warm. But
I didn't bring it from Mexico, but I brought you a little tequila for your collection.
Oh, what the hell? You didn't have to do that.
I know. I wanted to.
What? So that's the first time I ever got a gift.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm a gift giver, so I like to give gifts.
Oh, damn.
And this one, it doesn't, I don't think it has a seal anywhere.
No, but
it doesn't come from Mexico. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Check it out, you guys, for your little collection that I see.
It's a Tequila Boot, y'all.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I don't have it.
I was debating between the boot or the hat. because they have a hat, but I thought the boot
boot
was
is
a
dope.
little bit more, yeah,
Yep.
clever.
Well,
So
appreciate
that's what
you.
I was
Thank you
looking for
so much. Hell
So
yeah.
maybe Nancy, next time we all three get together, we'll crack this one open.
I don't know about that.
On a weekend.
I don't know about that. I think this one's gonna get put up on the shelf at the bar, but
Yeah, I'm like, it's a nice,
but don't worry,
aesthetic.
I'll make it up to you guys. I got something good that I'll bring out, but Nancy has to behave herself.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't watch that episode when she was your guest, so I don't know what happened.
We had a great time. We had a great time. We'll just leave it at that. We were bickering a little bit back and forth, but it is what it is. She's like what, like my sister. Like we just, one person says one thing and no one can win.
Yeah.
It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Both had to
Nancy
have the
says,
last
"That's so cool." Look at it, because this is the last time you're going to see it.
Unless you get to see it in the background on his videos in his bar.
Yeah, I think that's for sure what's going. Thank you so much. This
You're
is awesome.
welcome, You're welcome.
That's dope. You like, I literally pulled it out your purse. I was like,
I did, yeah.
damn.
I carry a little luggage as a purse. So.
This is dope. Well, thank you again. Yeah, this is super cool. Definitely going to add a little bit of character to the bar. So for sure.
For sure. Yeah. I thought it was like a cool, and I wish I had a bar in my house, because I would. So funny story. I got a bottle of 𝘒𝘦𝘭𝘭𝘦𝘳. 2000. When did I meet my husband? 2011. So I've had it since at least 2009 or 10. But it's the pink one. I don't know if you've ever seen it. The 𝘒𝘦𝘭𝘭𝘭 bottle. But it's a pink tequila. So I guess when they, we're doing the process of the distillery or whatever,
Right.
they had it in whiskey barrels. So it kind of got a little bit of color, right?
Ooh.
So the actual tequila, right? It's pink.
Oh shit.
So I saw it. I loved it. I love pink, my favorite color, or one of my two favorite colors. And I bought it, right? I think it cost me, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks.
Right.
And I still have it. I haven't opened it.
Okay.
And I already told my kids, when the little one goes off to college,
yeah,
I'm cracking it the next day. I'm cracking it the next day. So
there's a countdown, guys. There's a countdown.
I got 13 years left, but
it'll be
better.
That bottle's gonna be delicious in 13 years.
Exactly. So
yeah,
we'll see what it tastes like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know. I'll have to look that up too. Yeah, that's hella cool. I didn't know that. But yeah, there's a countdown, 13 years, so that bottle gets open.
Exactly.
So.
She just turned 5. So we got literally 13 years.
Awesome. There you go.
Let me see if I can find it here to show you.
Awesome. I don't think I've ever seen it. But we're about half an hour in. So I think I'm going to shift to the topic that everybody wants to know is this crazy real estate market.
Yeah.
Everything that we're dealing with, the forever changing real estate market. It feels like every day something's different, something's new. Got a little weird for a second. I don't know how long more we have of this craziness, but it went from a really, really competitive market, right, to interest rates shooting up overnight, to people getting a little spooked out, to homes now sitting on the market. There's a lot of inventory out there. So for all you buyers, if you're on the sidelines, look into it. Check up on your pre-approval, see where you're at, hit up your favorite realtors, the people that have been working with you, showing you properties, because now is a time where, like, I've been telling a lot of my buyers, this is the time, this is what you guys wanted.
Yeah.
There's virtually, I'll be honest with you guys, there's not that much competition out there. A lot of houses are for sale. A lot of houses are sitting. There's price reductions. So to be honest with you guys, there's a lot of moving parts going on right now. So it's more than anything, it just has to make sense. You have to look into it if you're kind of like sitting around, kind of like thinking like, maybe I should jump in, maybe this is my time. So I want to know what you think, what you've seen. Obviously, like, I have my own take. Everyone has their opinion, but what are you seeing out there? And are your clients kind of going through the same thing? Do you have people that are kind of like waiting, or do you have people that are like still eager? Because I'm kind of like half, like 50-50. Like, I have some buyers that kind of just took a step back, and I have some buyers that just like hit the gas, like, this is our time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a little bit of a mixed thing. So I just kind of want to get your take on it and see what you think, and let the listeners know, like, your unbiased opinion of what you think the real estate market's up to, and kind of like what you predict is going to happen.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, I think it is important to talk to a realtor that knows what's happening in the market, right? So I've heard stories where there's a lot of like vulture realtors out right now that are going to start kind of, bickering and taking advantage of people. And that's what people are afraid of, right? So it's important to have knowledgeable realtors like yourself and me that know, and we keep up with the market.
Correct.
And we have the training, right? And the ethics, right?
Right.
I think it's really important.
Very
So,
important.
Very important.
Especially now.
Yes. So I don't think the market is crashing like a lot of people are saying, right? It really isn't. We in the business see, there's more inventory, right? Because a lot of buyers unfortunately can't qualify right now with the interest rates going up a little bit, right? 1.5 2 points, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like you a little bit 50-50, where I had some buyers kind of step back in the last year because, we were submitting 5, 10, up to 15 offers.
Yep.
And everything got rejected, right? Because they were on a budget. They couldn't go those 50, 80, 100 grand over asking, right?
Correct.
And that was a competition. So it was very, very difficult for a lot of my buyers, especially, the first time home buyers that are limited on their funds, right? So just like you said, now I'm kind of starting to reach out to those buyers, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, rates went up a little bit, but we have the option to maybe, talking to the lender, maybe, buying off some points, right? So maybe we can do that. That's an option. The other option is if you still qualify, right? Rates are still under the average that we've seen in the last, 20, 30 years. So that's still something positive that our buyers should be looking at.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, maybe not all of them are going to qualify right now, but now they have a little bit more of an opportunity to get their offer accepted. Because I'm seeing the same thing. I'm getting emails every single day, price reduction and price adjustment and price corrections, right? So in the last 2 years, we never saw that.
Price improvement.
Improvement, yeah.
That's my favorite one. Yes. That's my favorite one.
So, in the last 1.5 years, 2 years, I bet you didn't see a single email that said that, because I sure didn't, right? So now I do think it's a very good market for the buyers. It is starting to shift in the sense of a correction, right? We're not seeing the market crash. Real estate is, so far, we don't have any forecast that it's going to crash, or we're going to have a, 2008, 2009 experience again. But if you think about it, the last 2 years, that wasn't the normal market either, right?
No,
so now
at all.
People are thinking like, oh, it's crashing, or they're sitting on the market longer,
right?
Or all these price improvements,
because they're so used to this crazy
in the last 2 years. No, now it's just normalizing, in my opinion, to what it should have been pre-pandemic, right? Yeah, the rates are going up slightly, but it's still lower than the average. So I think it is a good time for buyers to start, especially the ones that kind of took a step back, because obviously people get, discouraged, and their motivation kind of goes out the window with their 15 offers that got rejected, right? So now it's time for these buyers to kind of maybe consider, okay, maybe it's time to put our foot in the door again and start trying to buy a house, because it's still a good time. It's still a good time.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I think you touched on a lot of things that I feel very strongly about. Like for me, I get that question 9 times out of 10, like, hey, is the market going to crash? I'm like, well, you guys got to understand, if the market crashes, you are not going to just be able to go get a loan. There's no, sorry. Banks are going to hedge back. They're going to pull back. They're not going to be lending money, guys. So you guys have to understand that the market's getting to that point where, oh crap, my battery's gonna go dead. But yeah, essentially the market's getting to that point right now where, we're essentially, it's correcting itself, just like Janet pointed out. Like, it's starting to level out. That's where we should have been. Pandemic, rates dropped. People started realizing that they're not the right place. Everyone was like in a scurry to make the move. Ask your family, ask your friends. Interest rates were in the, just ask them you ask your parents and your uncles when they bought their house, what their interest rate was. Guarantee it was above 10%. So just understand that interest rates have changed. Yes. Houses have gotten more expensive. Yes. But that doesn't mean that you can't adjust your budget. That doesn't mean that you can't go out and find a particular home that meets your needs. You just have to be very conscious about what you're getting yourself into. Make sure that you're triple checking the numbers, that you're understanding how much down payment you're putting in. But now more than ever, you have, I think, more flexibility to negotiate. Get those credits, or get a little extra maybe off that list price. So there's definitely an opportunity out there right now where I always tell my clients, like, when you see a lot of people running away, that might be the best time for you to jump in.
Exactly.
Because who knows? I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I do have a really good feeling that interest rates are not going to go in the 7-8% like people are telling you all in the news, because there's still people buying properties and they're big companies. There's still people buying properties to hold and rent because rents are going up. So just know that there's options for you to always talk with an educated realtor, educated lender, to go through those options with you, to give you the best case scenario and ultimately just give you,
some guidance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're not, feeling like you're left in the dark. We're here to help you. That's what we're here to do. That's what our passion is. And that's why I brought Jen on, because she's an amazing realtor. She knows what she's doing. She helps her clients achieve their goals. And, I always love bringing like-minded realtors on my show because of the fact that, I respect people who actually go out and have that, have that drive, have that, more than anything, are very proactive in helping their clients, and not just going with the flow kind of thing, that we're going to do what we can to get our clients the best possible price, or, negotiate the best possible price on when they're selling their home. So it goes both ways, right? But
and not just the price, as as a realtor, is the best outcome, right?
Exactly.
You
always,
as realtors, we do a lot more than what our job description, says for our clients, right? At the end of the day, we want the best outcome, whether you're working with a buyer, you're working with a seller. We want their best interest at the end of the day, right?
Exactly.
We don't get paid more for it. We don't get paid less. It's the same check, right? We really genuinely do it because we care about our clients, right?
Right.
And, since you mentioned about rents, that's another thing that I was just having a conversation with a client about. They were a little, skeptical about rates and, inflation. I know everyone is a little concerned about inflation right now.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but inflation also affects rent prices, right?
It does.
At least when you buy a home and you have a fixed rate for the next 30 years, your rent's not going up, right? Inflation is not going to affect your monthly mortgage, right? As opposed to renting, every year your rent's probably going to go up, right? So I was having a conversation with a buyer, and we were talking about this, and she hadn't even thought about that. So she was just mainly concerned about the repercussions of inflation now in the present time, but she didn't think about it in the long run, right? Everyone's hoping and expecting for, grocery prices, gas prices, everything to come down eventually, right? But they don't think, okay, well, rents go up, right? In the last, decade, rents have gone up, what, few $100s at least, right? No matter how long you've been living in that place, no matter how good of a tenant you are.
That's a great point.
How, if you pay your rent on the first every single month for the last 10 years, they don't care about that, right? Inflation is going to hit rents too. So at least when you buy your property, right, it's your home, your mortgage, you already know for the next 30 years, this is what you're going to pay.
Right.
So.
And then, I mean, yeah, I love that you mentioned that, because that's a very, very, kind of think like it's something that people don't really talk about, but unfortunately it's the truth, that if you're renting, obviously you're comfortable, that payment right now is comfortable, but guess what? Rent moratorium, all that stuff's going to end. All that stuff's everything's going to go back to normal, to the point where landlords are going to start getting greedy, because best believe they could not raise rents in 2020. They could not raise rents in 2021. So guess what's going to happen? Rents are going to start to go back up. Yeah. So it's inevitable, guys. Rent's going to get more expensive. This is what we do. We promote homeownership. This is our, bread and butter. But at the same time, we're here to educate you. We're not here to lie to you. But that's a topic that really isn't spoken about. And I think it's very important to point that out, that, rents are not going anywhere. They're not going to go down, as everything else has gone up. Gas is going to go up again on Friday. The gas tax is going into effect. So gas is going to get more expensive, guys, unfortunately. But, a lot of things are going up. You just have to be very conscious of your budget and look out for the long term for you and your family. So buying a home is always the best bet to hedge against inflation, always the best bet. It's more than anything to put yourself in the driver's seat, to be able to have your own place, create, generational wealth. And one of our colleagues, Alex Wesel, brought up a really, really good thing. He actually posted on his Facebook a couple of days ago, where he said that you're not married to the interest rate. You're only dating the interest rate. You're married to the home. So you're buying the home, right? But guess what? If interest rates do go down, you guys can always take advantage of that in the future. So even if your payment is comfortable now and rates drop and you could shave off a little bit of money, that's even better for you, right? You can definitely save some money and use some of that money for travel or for whatever, for your college, your kids' college tuition, whatever it may be. But interest rates are forever changing. It's like the stock market. They go up, they go down. So recently they have been trending upward, right? But there's always an opportunity for them to kind of come back down. So we don't know exactly where they're going to go, but I have a good feeling that interest rates are going to start to level off and come back down. And Nancy just brought up a big point. Obviously we do need healthier interest rates, to balance out inflation, which is our hopes that that's going to happen. So definitely crossing my fingers because it went up way too quick,
Yes.
way too fast. Like, I remember we were closing on a property. My clients had just literally got the rate lock and it was like 4.75. Overnight went 5.5. And then overnight, now we're at 6. And then now it's come back down a little bit. We're kind of in the high 5s, but it just depends. Every day's different. Every day's going to go up and down, but you just have to make sure that if it's the right house for you, if it's in the right neighborhood, if it makes sense, it feels right, and the payment, you can afford it, then why not go for it? That payment's not going to change, you guys, unless you refinance or anything or something like that, but the rate's going to stay the same. We can't say that same thing about rent. So
Yeah, exactly. And it's important to make the decision that's right for your family, right? At the end of the day, we're here to give you guys the guidance and advise you in real estate because we are in the real estate industry, right?
oh, the lights are on.
But, at the end of the day, you guys as the clients always are going to make the call, right? The choice.
Right.
And whatever's the best thing for your family at that moment, then that's what, we're going to support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's always the premise. Like for us, like we want to just do everything we can to help your family reach their goals. Like I never nudge any of my clients. I always just try to educate them, give them my unbiased opinion, try to make sure I can do everything I possibly can to help them get an acceptance. But at the end of the day, I give them my recommendation. I work for my clients. They tell me what they're comfortable doing. So it just all has to just make sense. We're here to help you guys. And that's, why more than anything, that's why I do this show, is to, have a very open conversation and be very unbiased and just be transparent with you all while we're having a delicious tequila, but a little drink to keep us honest. But,
Right, exactly.
that's why I created the show, is more than anything to bring more education, not only around real estate, bring more education and information around tequila, and also just bring amazing individuals like Janet onto the show that do everything they possibly can to help their clients achieve, their dreams. So
yeah, and you know what else I'm
Sure.
excited about from my buyers,
Yeah.
or just buyers in general? I'm sure you've been seeing it too, but you give me your take on it. But now we're able to negotiate, right? It's not just price. It's no longer just about the pricing, right? Now,
Yep.
the last few years, all the offers were, non-contingent. They were,
Take it as
no
you-
credit,
take it as you see
is,
it. Yep.
basically, right?
Yep.
But now, I even see some emails, right, from listing agents saying, price improvement and $10,000 seller credit, right? So
Yeah.
now, our buyers are in a really good position to negotiate, to get a
Take
better
advantage.
price, take advantage.
Yeah, because a lot of those credits, guys, you guys can use those credits to buy down your interest rate.
Interest rate.
The sellers can use that as a write-off. There's a way to spin that too, with your tax people. So make sure you talk to your tax people. If you're a seller and you don't necessarily want to do a big price drop, you can do credits towards closing for buyers, and they can use that to buy down their rate, right? So there's right now, it's just like sellers are being motivated now because they still want to capture that price, but they also want to entice buyers to make those offers. And the way they're going to do that is to offer credits or even be very, very transparent on their pricing. But ultimately, it all comes down to our buyers having that comfort again, having that confidence. So, but definitely there's a lot of sellers out there giving all these great incentives. So if you're a buyer and you're listening to this and you're kind of hesitant, call us. We'll make it happen for you guys. And I guarantee it that you'll be able to get into that right property, and you'll be able to not only just to get that price that you wanted, but even negotiate for those repairs and get you some money back to help you do some of those costly repairs that you probably wouldn't have even had access to that money months back
Yeah.
because everything was just so fast paced, take it as you see it kind
Yeah.
of way. So yeah, super exciting for our buyers right now. This is exactly what you guys wanted. I keep
Yes.
telling my buyers, this is what you guys wanted.
Exactly.
Why aren't you calling us? Why aren't we writing
Right,
offers?
Exactly.
Why are we writing offers? What's going on?
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. You know, we want to just be able to empower you, give you the confidence. So that's what we're here to do. And more than anything, just help you achieve your real estate goals. So I've been over here blabbering. I haven't seen if any. Oh, everyone, we had a couple people on here watching.
Cool.
What's up, y'all? Hope everyone's doing well. Salud.
Cheers. Well, I don't want
And,
to cheers with an empty glass.
well, There's plenty right here.
Well, just a little shot.
Okay. Well, I think we're coming to our time, unless you wanted to share anything else, Janet. The floor is yours, but ultimately, well, I wanted to let all the people know where to find you, where to follow you. She's going to be revamping her social media. Y'all watch out. She's going to be doing some bartending videos. She already gave me the sneak peek.
Hey, don't put my business out there yet. I will. I've been considering, but now I got the green light from Ricky here, so I may be doing that
Why not?
soon, right?
Why not? That'd be a lot of fun. Would you guys don't want to see Janet like mixing up some stuff and talking about real estate at the same time? That'd be super cool. I told her to do it.
Yeah.
Especially like I got super jealous. She's like, oh, I used to be a bartender. I was like, dude, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to like know actually how to make a drink, not just toss together some
just throw a shot
tequila.
glass in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Fun fact: I was a bartender in my early 20s. I really liked it actually, but then, you know, I got married and I had a family, and then I was a stay-at-home mom, so I never went back to bartending. But I actually really liked it, really enjoyed it. Super fun. I actually worked in a restaurant, right? I bartended at Las Montañas.
Oh,
here in Concord,
nice.
So that's where I used to bartend.
Yes.
When it was, you know, still Las Montañas restaurant. And I was actually the morning bartender, right? Because I wanted to spend time with my daughter in the evenings and stuff like that, right? So and then helping with homework and all those fun mom duties, right? So
yes.
I was the morning bartender, but I was also, you know, it's a restaurant also, so it wasn't just drinking, right? So it was also, you know, serving food and stuff. So I actually was usually more busy in the mornings as a bartender than the evening bartenders.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I was always busy, and a lot of my friends, right, after a good night of hanging out the night before and partying would come and, you know,
hang out with you.
Bar. Yeah, well, I was
have some menudo and drink some
micheladas. Yeah, so
get the hangover cure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right?
That's awesome.
So it was fun, and yeah, so maybe stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Those videos soon. Yeah.
All right. We'll let everyone know how they can find you, Jeanette, and we'll let everyone go, and we'll pack this up and call it a day.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, Janet Velarde Realtor. My website, janetvelarde.kw.com. You can ask any questions there and fill out, you know, a form if you have any questions about buying or selling. You know, I am certified first-time home buyer specialist. So, you know, there's a lot of little cool, you know, tricks under the belt there. And yeah, just follow my pages and you'll see all of my contact info on there.
Go follow her. She's my friend, and she's my friend on Facebook now too. So,
yeah, he finally requested me.
So go follow her. She's amazing in what she does. And ultimately, just want to thank all you guys for joining us today. And go out, buy some amazing tequila. Let us know if you guys have any questions about the home buying process, anything about real estate. And home buyers, it's your time right now.
Yes.
Go out there and
Take
get
advantage.
it.
Take
and
advantage.
I'm more looking forward to Janet doing her mixology videos. So thank you guys again. Stay tuned, you all.
Bye,
thank you.
guys.
Peace.